You are listening to Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. I am your host, Chanel Scott. I'm a psychic medium and energy healer who has been supporting those on a spiritual journey for over a decade. I'm your tour guide into the world of the unknown, showing you that the magic of the universe is at your fingertips. I believe spirituality is simple and fun, and this podcast will make it easily accessible, giving you the real talk on all things divine and spiritual, helping you to step into the flow, manifesting your dreams because we all deserve to be living our best life. Are you ready for an adventure? Hey there, Chanel here, your spiritual tour guide on this beautiful journey we call life. And today we're asking the question, who's guiding you? Spirit guides are always a hot topic, and as I just recorded a new spirit guide meditation, like Meet Your Spirit Guide, I thought it is the perfect opportunity for us to chat about spirit guides. Now, that new meditation hasn't dropped yet, but when it does, it will be a freebie on my website. You just need to sign up for the newsletter to get it. If you are already part of the newsletter, it will be going out in the newsletter, so don't you worry, you'll get it as well. Spirit guides. This one's a big topic of conversation because it's really vast, and I think that's one of the things that I love so much about it. We don't have just one spirit guide typically. We do typically have one that stays with us for an entire lifetime, but then we have major ones that come in and out of our lives depending on who we are, what we're doing, and what we need from them. We can literally call on spirit guides for very specific reasons. And so this opens up the gates to having multiple spirit guides at the same time, having different connections with different guides, and it's kind of endless the way we can use spirit guides. So let's just start with kind of understanding spirit guides, who they are, why they're here, and how they've been supporting you all along. Because guess what? You're never alone. Your spirit guides are always with you. Spirit on the other side is always with us. We are never, ever alone. I think that's really important to remember. And when we learn to connect with our spirit guides, we can learn how to connect with a voice and an energy that can help support us and comfort us in those times where we feel alone. So spirit guides, they come in all shapes and forms. They come in all varieties. And again, it's kind of endless. The spirit guide that I use during my sessions, so the way that I always start my sessions is a message from my spirit guides. I explain how I do my work. I give you a message from my spirit guides, and then I allow you to ask questions. My spirit guides have been with me for quite some time. They came in a long time ago and have been more and more prevalent over the years. And they are literally a collective of star beings. They are from a crystalline kind of frequency planet or star system, and they are a collective. They do not need a name. They don't care what I call them. And they don't show up as figures for me either. They're just light. And for some people, that part alone can be really difficult to contend with. We as humans want to see something. We want to have it, give it a name, and they do not need it. So that is the beautiful energy that I connect with the most. That is the energy that I use most frequently. But I have lots of different spirit guides that work with me. I also have a spirit guide that I work with when I do energy work that is separate. I have different energy guides that come in just randomly, allies, and they come in for different reasons. I have a peacock. I have a turtle shell. I've got an orchid. These are things. One of my friends has a spirit guide that's just the color green. That's how they come in. It's color green. So this might be galactic in nature, so another species, a star, a moon, just galactic frequency. This might be an angel like Archangel Michael, Mother Mary, Jesus. Those are all in kind of like the angelic realms. It could be an ascended master like Gandhi, Mother Teresa. You might have a historical figure. I have a friend who is a medium, and when she first started out, she kept on having Elvis show up. And she actually met a distant relative, a cousin, I believe, of Elvis's, and that's where it all came in. Here in Canada, not down in Nashville, like totally separate. So it's interesting who will show up. Again, you may have somebody show up that is not like human. It might be my one friend, her spirit guide is an owl that comes through. It might be an ancestor, someone that was connected to you, whether it's someone you know or a distant ancestor. My teacher, Lori, she channels grandmother, whose name is Ruth, which always hits me in the heart spot because my grandmother's name is Ruth, who is also in spirit, but she channels grandmother, who is an ancient ancestor of hers. You may have, like I said, an animal, an owl, a whale, a fox, whatever animal that you're drawn to. Mine's a peacock. Peacock usually shows up when people need some self-confidence stuff going on. You may find inanimate objects. One of my spirit guides is a turtle shell that holds sacred medicine in it. You might find like plants, trees, earth. Your higher self can be a spirit guide. Now that one's a bit more challenging. That's a little bit kind of like crossing lines. Higher self is kind of slightly different than a spirit guide, but that could be it. You could have elementals as a spirit guide, a mermaid, a fairy, all sorts of things. So it's kind of endless what can come in. Mythical creatures, mythical gods. We have like an endless number of things we can connect to. How do we know that they are a spirit guide? So one of the things that'll happen is that same energy or frequency keeps showing up. For me, there was a realization that frequency that I was connected to, that I was channeling, was the same time and time again. And I also recognize when I'm connected to a different frequency. When Peacock shows up, it has a very different frequency than my star beings. They have very different. And they show up in different ways. My Peacock likes to show me how they're showing up. Tail up, tail down, tail fanned. He likes to show me. So it really is this energy and this frequency that we connect to time and time again. So why are they here? Our spirit guides are angelic or divine spiritual connection that we have access to access information, have support, guidance, access to wisdom. There are so many reasons why a spirit guide will come in. You can have a spirit guide, like I said, for something very specific. When I first was learning Reiki and was trained as a Reiki master teacher, I had a Reiki fairy come through for me, and it was somebody that I worked with when I taught, not when I practiced. My star beings still like to come in, and I have another galactic like crystal frequency being that comes through to help with that. Amazing. But there was a Reiki fairy that would help me to work with planning my classes, making sure I had all the information, and teaching me more about Reiki energy. You could have, if there's something specific, maybe you're on a fertility journey and you ask for a spirit guide to come through to guide you through that journey. So number one rule, divine law states that the other side is not allowed to interfere. And I think we forget about this one. We must ask for help. It is a must. Our spirit guides cannot interfere in our lives If we want their assistance, we must ask for it. We must ask them to help us, to support us, to guide us. Now, will they send us messages? Absolutely. They're great about that. But we also have to be open to receiving them. Earlier today, I did a whole bunch of recordings. I definitely felt the pause. It was time to walk away and to just clear my energy. I did some dishes. I cooked some dinner. I ate, filled my soul back up again before coming back down to my office to finish my work for the night. And it was interesting because I was like, what did I miss? There was something that I wanted to record today and I didn't get to it. And I was moving, like just scrolling social media, and somebody had posted about spirit guides giving us messages. And I was like, oh yeah, spirit guide meditation. I wanted to do that. And I'm like, so spirit found a way to remind me that I kind of asked for, I kind of didn't ask for, you know. So it is there, but like they will not interfere. They are not going to push you. They're not going to, they will not interfere. So ask. They are happy to validate their existence. They are happy to send you signs, symbols, and messages from heaven. They are there and willing to support you on the journey, but you do need to ask for their assistance. That's really important. It's super, super important. They are there to support you. They are there to share wisdom with you. So why wouldn't you ask them for help and for support? You can be very specific or you can be very general. It is your choice, but clearly the more specific you are, the more specific they can be. Now, that being said, if you're not headed in the right direction, they will redirect you if you are asking for help. That is, in the realm of not interfering if you've asked for help. But know that they have always been there for you. They have been supporting you from the very beginning. We often hear of little ones talking about their imaginary friends. These are spirits from the other side that have been there guiding them and along their journey. The veil is so thin and they were just on the other side. So they have this access to the spirit realm that is so divine. And it's so crazy. And it's often like a loved one from the other side, but it's a beautiful thing to see. It often goes away once they get a little more social or a parent shut it off. School is usually a good dampener on that one as well. Unfortunately, judgment from our peers, so on and so forth, they usually shut it off a little bit, but they've always been there for you. They've always, always been there for you. So your spirit guide is an access to wisdom, knowledge, messages from the other side, guidance, support, love, all of those things that is at your fingertips if you are ready to meet your spirit guide. And we'll talk about that next week. Thank you so much for listening. Being here with me at Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide podcast from the heart and soul. I do have a bunch of events going on this month. I am in Fisherville on the 25th at Zen County Wellness, which is a beautiful spot in the country for a little sound and spirit. We're going to do a sound bath. I'm going to do some energy work during it. And then I do a group mediumship reading afterwards. I get to work with Crystal Gratwick, which is always a pleasure. And it is a beautiful, beautiful event, an afternoon of connection. It's so lovely. I am at my favorite restaurant, Mystic Ramen, on King William in Hamilton on Thursday, October 30th for a night with spirit. If you are looking for group mediumship reading this month, it is a must-do. The food is incredible. The atmosphere is fantastic. The staff treat you like family. It is incredible. And of course, getting to share messages from the other side, I'm always all about. It is one of my favorite things to do for groups, for, in-person group events. Lastly, I am doing a haunted Halloween on Halloween, Friday, October 31st at 8 p.m. We're going to do some spoon bending. We are going to make pendulums and learn about how to dowse. We're going to talk about oracle cards. And of course, we're going to finish it all off with a seance. So some group mediumship there too. But we're going to do it in the seance style. It'll be a great night of haunted, spooky, witchy fun. So If you are interested in any of those things, if you go over to my website, to the Work With Me page, and head to monthly workshops, you'll be able to find those. If you're on my socials, just jump up to the link in my bio and you'll be able to find things there. I would love to see you out at any of those events. Also, I have a few planners left. If you haven't gotten your 2026 weekly planner yet, they are getting close to sold out, so get yours now. Yeah. You can purchase those through my website as well, or of course, reach out. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for being here and being a part of my spiritual journey and allowing me to be your spiritual tour guide. Thank you, thank you, thank you from my heart and soul and to yours. Until the next time. Bye now.